ich bin's wieder. Willkommen zurück bei... Ich vergaß den Namen des Spiels. Winds of Change. Da oben steht's. Winds of Change, ja, eine längere Pause und ich wünsche euch auch ein schönes neues Jahr. Und ich hoffe, ihr hattet frohe Feiertage. Ich hatte sie auf jeden Fall. Ich hatte eine schöne Zeit, ja. So. Natürlich hat mir das aber nicht die Wahl einfach gemacht. Ich muss noch immer entscheiden, wer jetzt der neue Älteste von unserem Dorf sein wird. Wie gesagt, beide haben große Argumente. Da ist Virenschutz, geh weg. Ja, danke. Beide haben mir ihre Argumente gegeben und beide machen für mich sehr viel Sinn. Unsere liebe Freundin Valessa ist mehr die sagen möchte, wir sollten unserer Tradition treu bleiben und wir sollten uns weiterhin zurückziehen, während unser lieber Fortame möchte, dass wir uns mit den restlichen Städten zusammentun, was ich begrüße. Und auch vom Prinzip her finde ich Fortame besser. Einfach, ich bin auch so ein Typ, der lieber zusammengeschlossen werden möchte, als ausgeschlossen zu sein. Und sie ist noch mein Seher. Sie hat eine Aufgabe, er gerade noch nicht. Und das macht für mich am meisten Sinn jetzt gerade. Daher nehme ich... Okay. They both audibly gulp, anticipating my decision. Ich schlucke auch gerade, weil es mir echt schwer fällt. This was it. I decided the direction of Valinor's future. It would either be Fortame's unity or Valessa's independence.
Well, what is it?
Please think this through.
Oh, schön, da oben steht einfach drin. This choice will change Alestia's future. Fortame. I chose Fortame. He was right. We needed unity and strength in the future. Teaming up with the other nations wasn't sacrificing our identity at all. Valessa was wrong. It was simply turning a new page in our books. Time moves forward, and things change. Valinor was isolated long enough. Perhaps it's that isolation that led to our downfall. We lacked strength. Under Fortame's lead, and with my blessing, we'd find that strength.
Wow. Really? This is like a dream come true. I can't believe this is actually happening.
Oh, er ist so fröhlich.
Yeah, that's a fact. Fortem in charge of our nation. You realize what that means, don't you?
Valessa, sei keine schlechte Verliererin.
Yeah, it means we're finally a team. I won't just be tagging along anymore. The three of us are Valinor now. We can travel the world together, creating alliances. After we save Alestia, we can reconnect with the spirits too. We'll have a huge network of allies, ready to take on any challenge.
Klingt doch schön.
I'm going to change history. This is insane. Thank you so much. I don't know what else to say.
Es war... Doch, es war schon eine Menge.
Well, I have a few things to say, but I think I need to get some sleep.
Oh. She stands up and walks towards the door. But before she leaves, she turns back to face me. It appears that she's hesitant, unsure if she should speak.
I'm upset. I can't deny that fact. But this won't change the way I treat either of you. I'm still your scribe, and I'm still Fortem's friend.
Und das ist nett von dir, danke.
I'll get over this. I've gotten over much worse. I can still help Valinor in my own way, right? In the end, maybe this is for the best.
She walks out without displaying much emotion at all. Was she hurt? I made the choice that I thought was most fitting. I guess I'd never know. I'll take her word for it. Things will be fine. This decision could never please both people, and I had to do it. Whatever ramifications came of this, would be impossible to avoid. I turn back to Fortame, who looks extremely excited and in deep thought.
When we get to Mazeo, I'll be Valinor's envoy. Meeting Domik will be completely different. It'll be diplomatic in nature. We can discuss how to better utilize the bond between our nations.
Das klingt doch gut. It's a good sign that he's already thinking about such things. This wasn't a light decision. and he'd have a lot of responsibilities. It changed the way he approached our entire journey from here on out.
Oh, I guess I shouldn't be thinking out loud.
Natürlich.
Wouldn't be a good idea to give away my strategies.
Wir sind Partner. He winks at me and starts walking towards the door. But like Valessa did a moment earlier, he hesitates. Did he have something important to say before he left?
Hey, I was actually wanting to ask, do you think I could stay in your room tonight? All this talk about attacks and stuff, it has me scared.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd feel a little safer with friends nearby. I can sleep on the floor if you don't want me to bother you. You won't even know I'm here. I can promise you that.
Die Sache ist, ich würde eigentlich einen Kumpel niemals abschlagen, dass er bei mir schlafen kann, weil ich finde, wenn er gerade die Zeit, wenn er gerade Gesellschaft braucht, will ich ihn nicht allein lassen. Und ich meine, auf dem Boden schlafen lassen ist auch unnötig, also.
Whoa, are you serious? Thanks. I didn't want to ask in case you weren't comfortable, but I can't turn down the comfort of a warm bed.
Ich meine, komm schon. He waits for me to get into bed before he hops in. There's more than enough space for both of us to be comfortable. Siehste? Also warum die einfach teilen? Before closing his eyes though, he turns to me and speaks softly.
Thanks, Seer.
Oh. Okay. It is much longer before we fall asleep, but much to my dismay, I get no rest at night. For the fates had something else in store. Hä? Hab ich für eine Vision? Oh, bitte nicht. Visionen sind immer so traurig und so deprimierend. Before I can even comprehend what happened, I'm whisked away from Peregrino. This isn't a vision. Those don't happen so fast after falling asleep. This is different. I rub my eyes and try to take in more of my surroundings. Where am I? Oh nein, bin ich etwa... It's so dark. With architecture unlike anything I've ever seen. There's nobody here. I'm all by myself, except for Dad. At the other end of the room, it pulsates and glows. As I look at it, I feel something burn deep inside of me. Not in a bad way. No. This is more like a burning desire. It's calling out to me. It wants me to get closer. Click the idle to walk forward. I take one step forward, keeping my eyes on the mysterious object. As soon as my foot lands on the ground, pain courses through my body. I'm brought to my knees. It's almost like it's slowly draining my energy. Warte kurz. Die Mucke ist so schön traurig, das passt so schön. Nein, ich will die Mucke ein bisschen ändern. So. When it subsides, ich glaube subsides, I stand back up, but the desire hasn't gone away. Okay, warte, ich muss noch lauter machen. My burning curiosity trumps any care for my own well-being. Even though I object to such a mindset, I keep moving forward. It's almost like my body is moving on its own, without my input. Noch langsamer rangehen. I take another step, and the pain to my body returns to my body. But this time it's worse. I'm brought to my knees, and I can't seem to get it back up. It's tearing me apart. I pant heavily, unable to move, as it continues to harm my spirit.
Stop!
Und plötzlich eine Stimme. I immediately fall to the ground as I hear the voice from behind me. But it's not a bad thing, as I gained full control of my body. Whatever was controlling me, they had put a stop to it. I turn around and take steps towards them, grateful. I could tell the farther away from the object I was, the better. But when I reach this mysterious person, I'm not prepared for what I see.
It's almost instinctual now. Interesting. Sorry for not being here right away. I didn't know you'd come so fast. That means things have slowed down on your end. I see.
Oh Gott, ich hasse diese Stimme. The triumvirate, I can tell right away. Or at least one of them, since I only see one cloak before me. I start to panic and reach for the blade of Exodus.
No.
Yes. They wave their hand forward and I can no longer move. Letting out a chuckle, they start walking toward me.
Even now, corruption grows within you. It can flow from the most noble of actions. But is that corruption what you truly want?
Keine Ahnung.
There is no way to discern the consequences of your actions. You act instinctively, much like before. You do what you think is right. But what is right and what is pure? Well, those are two different things.
Okay, rede weiter. They strike a pose, as if they're lost in thought.
You know who I am, or at least what I belong to. I speak not for the triumvirate, but of my own accord. Not that this would go against the wishes of my subordinates.
Okay. Subordinates? Does this mean I'm in the presence of the triumvirate's leader?
That power within you is a truly wonderful thing. So much strength, gifted to you by the realm of spirits. But you have to ask yourself, is it truly a gift?
Immer noch, keine Ahnung.
Do you act in Alessia's best interests? Or in the spirits? Until now, everyone in Valinor assumed the two aligned. But things are changing. They're starting to make a push.
I strain myself, trying to move, but to no avail. Whatever they've done, they've taken control over my body. Wait. They've taken control over control of my body? Okay.
What purpose is your journey if it ends in complete corruption? Keep that in mind as you stride forward, and make those tough choices. Many of them breed corruption. The pursuit of strength, for example. Before you go, I did call you here for one purpose.
Wie bin ich überhaupt hergekommen? They motion to the idol at the back of the room, before waving their arm. As the ability to move returns to my body, I stumble, failing to balance myself. How is it possible to do this? Can they manipulate spiritual energy without the blade? I regain my balance and immediately turn to look at the idol.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
So pretty.
There's never been a more pure form of corruption. You seek to dethrone us. Isn't that your goal?
Ding, ding, ding. 10 Punkte an das Triumvirate.
In that case, remember one thing.
Nö, ich werde sofort vergessen wieder. They tilt their head, and though I can't see their face, I assume they're smiling. With a final wave of their hand, I collapse to the ground, and my vision fades away.
The only thing that can destroy pure corruption is purity itself, embodied.
Ja, das macht Sinn. I hear their words, but I seem to exist in the void of nothingness. I don't understand what just happened. I'm only left with a multitude of questions. My actions can influence the purity or corruption of the power inside of me. It doesn't make any sense, but then again, maybe that's what they wanted. They want to confuse me, to try and push me down a different path. Of course they want to scare me away from decisions that would harm their reign. Or would they? Errungenschaft, corruption or purity. Ich bin im Bett. Almost immediately, I found myself back in Peregrino. I got no sleep. And thanks to what just happened, I doubt I would on any other night. The lingering fright that this may happen. The lingering fright that this may happen again was almost crippling. The sunshine. Plötzlich wieder schöne Musik. The sun shines through the window, illuminating the room. So. I can see how covered in dust everything is. Overnight patrons must beware. As I scan the room, I notice the entire section is dust-free. Fortame is cleaning.
Oh, hey! Good morning, Seer. I saw all this dust and couldn't help myself.
Of course.
Sure, it lost me a few hours of sleep, but I don't care.
Gute alte Fortame. Die gute alte Putzfrau.
How about you? How did you sleep?
Soll ich ihn anlegen oder nicht? Ich meine, will ich ihn noch beunruhigen jetzt? Aber ich meine, dafür sind Freunde da, also...
Oh, well, I don't blame you. The beds at home are a lot more comfortable. I heard Ulrich talking outside. We're skipping breakfast.
Oh, warum? Ich hab Hunger.
When we're all ready, we're heading to Museo. I think you can tell what I'm planning, right? We'll finally be able to share some apples.
Of course. Junge. Konzentration. He smiles, and his ears perk up. Skipping breakfast didn't sound all too appealing, but I'm sure Museo would have no shortage of cuisine. Someone knocks on the door to the room a few times. After hearing no objection, they slowly enter the room. It's Valessa, and she lets out a loud yawn before speaking.
Oh, hey, Fortune. I was gonna look for you too. Glad to know I didn't end up wasting time.
Morning, Valessa. Sleep well?
Hat nicht hier geschlafen oder so.
I suppose so, all things considered. There's a whole host of questions I want to ask. As soon as we meet Dominic, I expect to get answers.
Da fällt mir gerade ein, habe ich überhaupt die Dinger geändert? Wo ist es? Die Steam-Information? Okay, ja, das passt alles. Alles gut. Aber das passt noch nicht. Lass du nicht stören, nicht. Lass du nicht stören, vor allem. Ich muss kurz das machen. So. Und 25 aktualisieren. So, fertig. Okay.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Hopefully as the elder, I can get him to talk. It's a bit different when it's a political ally asking.
Das ist wahr.
Makes sense, I guess. Maybe I'll give you my list or something. Then it'll be a matter of Museo-Valenworth relations.
Not a bad idea, actually. Either way, I expect to know a lot more in a few days. I can't wait to meet Dominic and the rest of the Rebel Alliance.
Oh, ich auch nicht. Obwohl ich glaube, die meisten kenne ich eh schon. Also,
So, are you ready to go? Ulrich and Pro are waiting out front. I guess the outlook is pretty close to Peregrino.
I'm good. Unless there's something else we need to do.
They both look at me. I guess it's my choice. It might be a good chance to get some private time with my friends. But Ulrich and Pro could get impatient if we waste time chatting in Pellegrino. Either way, I know one thing for certain. I should tell them what happened. The triumvirate taking me to the chambers and personally? Would they even believe me? I should let it process for a bit longer and see if it happens again before telling anybody. I pause and they await my next move. Oh my god, was das jetzt hier? Purity and corruption. Over the course of the game, you will make many important decisions. These will increase the background stat known as purity and corruption. A representation of how you carry yourself in the world. It also determines the nature of the power you hold within and your values as a leader. You can keep track of your numbers on the save screen. Choices will not be marked by their alignment. Think carefully before making important decisions. You won't know the true nature until afterward. Icons are placed in the game world after important choices. These will help you learn what has changed and reflect on your choices. Entschuldigung. Dialogues and key plot events will change depending on your alignment. The party event is affected by a choice to keep Peregrino as a tavern. You choose to keep Peregrino intact, remaining as tavern. Nope, I did not. Heart-to-heart conversation. You now have access to heart-to-heart conversations. They are accessed just like regular one-on-one conversation, but are marked by a heart. Each character has a personal plot that spans the entirety of your adventure. Make sure to access these important conversations as soon as you can. These conversations can only be played once, and your decisions are 100% final. They will impact relationship with the character, as well as their personal journey. Access enough heart-to-heart conversation with a specific character to unlock a special quest. These quests will earn your comrade's unwavering loyalty, and if you wish, even something more. These conversations cannot be done out of order. You must complete all preceding heart-to-heart in order to do the next. These are key to solidifying your friendship and pursue romantic relations. Jetzt beginnt das Dating-Aspekt des Spiels anscheinend. Hi Valessa. Access Valessa's heart-to-heart 1, yes. Valessa's walking from one end of the room to another. She looks annoyed. It could be any number of things, but I decide to talk to her and figure things out. As soon as I approach her, she stops in her tracks and lets out an exhausted sigh.
I can't believe Fortum is in charge now. No offense.
Natürlich.
My vision for the future of Valenworth was just so clear. But now everything is changing. It's not home anymore. That is, if we can even find a way to save it. You know, reconnecting with the spirits or whatever. I'm starting to think that's quite the tall order.
Valessa, du klingst gerade so unmotiviert, das gibt's gar nicht, ey.
I'm not saying it'd be any simpler if you chose me. It's just... Never mind. I actually don't know what I'm saying. Whatever comes to mind seems to be coming out of my mouth.
Ja, was passiert?
Sorry for rambling on. It's just a lot to take in. But being able to talk about it definitely helps. Thanks, Seer. At the end of the day, being able to confide in you is great.
Na, wir sind Freunde. Wann immer du mich brauchst. Ich bin für dich da.
Thanks. I appreciate it. I truly do. It's always good when someone has your back. Venting helps, as inconvenient as it's known to be.
Ach, mich stört's nicht. Komm her.
I'm glad you don't mind, because we're dealing with pretty big issues. If I can trust you with this kind of stuff, I can trust you with anything. Which is great, because something tells me there's a lot more to come.
Na, das glaube ich auch. It's hard to get a read on her next expression, but she shuffles about some more. Taking a few steps away from me, she rests her back against the wall. I step closer towards her, inching ourselves away from Fortame.
What am I going to do?
Mit mir reden.
From this point forward, your visions are very important. I doubt that last night's vision will be the last one you have. Especially now that this blade is involved in everything.
Wer weiß davon? Ich hab's keinem erzählt.
We need to make an important decision here. Do we involve the rest of Alestia with this stuff? Or do we keep the visions to ourselves, like always? If we start to serve them with our visions, they'll be dependent. After this war is over, they could expect us to keep helping out. Or even worse, people with ill intent could force us to help.
Das ist eine gute Frage.
Should we keep our roles as secret as possible? Or should we openly tell everybody who we are? This is the first time a seer has left Valenworth. We're making history, but what kind of history do we make?
Ich glaube, wir sollten es vielleicht doch über geheim halten. Also, die Sachen, die es wissen, wissen es halt, deswegen.
Yeah, let's keep it contained to the rebellion. Other than that, only if it concerns our cause. Better than putting targets in our heads, right?
Ja, auf jeden Fall. Da stimme ich zu.
If everybody saw the potential to cheat the future, I can't even imagine what lengths they'd go to use you, Seer. We can't offer your gift to everybody. It doesn't work that way.
Nope. Da stimme ich dir 100%ig zu.
If we helped as many as we could, we'd leave some out. Trying to help everybody? No, we'd just be picking and choosing. That's the best way to harbor spite, or in some cases, a desire for revenge. Thanks for giving me your advice here. It's good to have some direction. I was feeling lost. I'm glad to know we can keep working together like this.
Yay! Freunde für immer. Yeah.
And I'm glad we can rise to the challenge. That's good. Something tells me there'll be more challenges to come. But as long as we band together and talk it out, we can do this.
Wir schaffen das. With a wide smile, I can sense a newfound determination within her. Something is there. Something that wasn't there in the moment we began talking.
Let's get things moving, all right?
Yeah.
Like I said, I have a better sense of direction now. Or at the very least, my mind is more clear. That's all I needed.
Letting out a loud sigh, she starts to walk away. I'm glad I decided to reach out to her like this. A clouded mind could affect her performance. If we want to win this, everyone would need to be resolute. I shouldn't miss any opportunity to bond with my friends and comrades. Their survival and future would directly relate to their moral. Forte, baby. It looks like something is bothering Forte. I approach him and decide to ask what's on his mind. He seems a little startled, like he was indeed lost in thought.
Oh, hey there, Seer. What's wrong? Nothing, really. I'm just thinking about, well, everything.
Das macht Sinn.
This will be the last time we see Peregrino. When and if we come back, it'll be a barracks. I know that's what I wanted, but I had fun here.
Ja, die eine Nacht war schön.
I'm just thinking about the future a lot.
Was auch total verständlich ist.
I gotta figure out how to make you proud. As elder, I mean. Just give me some time to figure stuff out. Then I'll shine. It's not like I can fully adapt to being our leader in one night.
Ich sehe gerade, wie mein Bildschirm jetzt flackert. Ich weiß nicht wieso. Oh, oh mein Gott, mein Internet ist weg. Ah! Was ist gerade passiert? Wie ist es passiert vor allem? Habe ich Internet verloren? Ich bin gar nicht ganz sicher. Ich guck mal kurz nach. Was steht? Die Verbindung wohl getrennt. Oh, okay, ist wieder da. Verbindung ist anscheinend wieder da. Okay, ja, ist wieder da. Okay, gut. Das freut mich. Ich weiß nicht, was gerade los war. Plötzlich war ich weg und jetzt bin ich wieder da. Das ist doch gut. Was war die Frage? Ach, genau. He gives me a nervous laugh before shuffling awkwardly. There's something else on his mind. I can tell. Das war seltsam. But it's not my place to pry, so I wait for him to speak.
Thanks for letting me sleep here with you, by the way. It helped me process things in my head a little bit more. If it weren't for that, I would have been too scared to think.
Oh, mich hat's gefreut.
What if they attacked in the middle of the night? We all know they'd have to pass by Peregrino first. I was honestly scared we might die here last night.
Oh, my baby.
So yeah, thanks a million. But there's one more thing I want to say. Last night, I had a really bad dream.
Oh. Du auch.
We were making our way down toward Mazeo, but we weren't with Pro and Ulrich. It was our parents. I kept telling them not to go. I knew they wouldn't come back.
Oh my God. Nein. He clenched his fist and trembled slightly.
But they didn't listen. They just kept going. I ran until my legs could barely move, and then I ran even more. It actually felt like I could save them. If I only tried.
Oh, baby, ich will dich drücken.
Eventually, we made it to the gates of Mazeo. Or at least I think they were. I've never actually been there. But this is the worst part. They finally turned to face us. And that's when I realized something shocking. I don't remember what my parents look like, Seer. Their faces were a blur, almost like they were nobody.
Oh, baby.
They started to speak, but I didn't recognize their voices. Has it been so long that I'm forgetting my own parents? I tried so hard to picture them when I woke up. I couldn't.
Bitte sag mir, ich darf ihn gleich drücken.
When they died, everyone told me they weren't really gone. That they'd live on forever, inside of my memory. But even that's fading, Seer. What happens next?
Oh.
Back at the Grand Tree, I said I wanted vengeance. I wanted to take down the Triumvirate to avenge our parents. But this dream was kind of like a wake-up call, you know? Why should I fight for something that doesn't exist? And better yet, something I can't even picture in my head. There are so many reasons to fight. All of them less selfish.
Oh, du klingst jetzt so erwachsen.
So, I think I want to fight for you. I want to make sure that you're safe and you survive this. When it comes to you, the entirety of Alestia is at stake.
Mein Held. He continues to tremble, and I can't tell he's fighting back tears. It's almost like this dream is helping him move on from his parents. He's becoming more grounded in reality, in the here and now. Yes! Oh mein Gott, yes! Ich kann ihn drücken. Ich kann ihn drücken. Was ich auch machen würde. I take a few steps forward and wrap my arms around him. He grasps in surprise, and I notice his trembling comes to a halt. A few moments later, I feel his arms return the hug, squeezing tight. Yes!
I just miss them so much.
Oh, baby. Du kannst dich ausheulen. He sniffled softly. Nein. Like he overcame his imminent tears.
At the end of the dream, when they turned back, I ran toward them and tried to hug them one more time. But I didn't feel anything when I did. And the dream ended.
Oh, baby. Ich lass dich nie mehr los.
But right now, I'm definitely feeling something. And I know this won't end. I know you're not going anywhere.
Nicht, wenn ich's verhindern kann. He hugs me tighter. I do as well.
This is what I need to fight for. The things that are right in front of me. The things that matter. And the things I cherish.
Meinst du, deine Freunde und ich? I nod and let our embrace continue. It seems to last forever, but I don't mind. I let it last as long as it needs to, for Themen. Oh! Oh mein Gott, das war gerade. Ich bin Sucker für solche Gefühlsleihen, aber ist halt so. Oh, das ist so süß. Ich bin 10% corrupted, what the fuck? Wann ist das passiert? Wenn ist das passiert? Ich bin 20% corrupted. Oh wow, ist mir besser hier. Richtig gut. Richtig gut hier. Bin corrupted. So, in dem Raum noch irgendwas? Nein. Dann gehen wir weiter. Oh, okay. Ach, hier, wahrscheinlich deswegen Corruption, weil ich das Ding zu einer Baracke gemacht habe. Sorry. Wie geht's weiter? Wie komme ich weiter? Ach, da zum Outlook. Ich muss zum Outlook. After a trek that was longer than expected, we finally reached the Outlook. It was a long uphill walk, so my legs are strained and tired. That, along with my lack of sleep, was an unfortunate combination.
Well, here we are. Samira told me you've never been. Take a look down there. What do you think?
Es ist groß und weit. He lets out a soft laugh, like he's anticipating our reaction. After a few more steps, we reach the high ground, and everything comes into view. The scopes of our world, and just how small Valnorth really was, finally dawned upon me.
Whoa.
Das ist meine Reaktion auch.
That's amazing.
They stop to catch their breath as they run up the hill in excitement. We can see the entirety of Maseo, and it looks so tiny from up here. But I know it's much larger. But I know it's much larger than Valnorth, so this is hard to comprehend.
That's Maseo?
Yep, ist es.
Yeah, we can probably reach it in a few more hours. But take a while to enjoy the view. It's really something else. And it's not like we'll be coming back here anytime soon, right?
Yeah.
Oh. Und schon ist die Stimme wieder gedrückt worden, wie sonst was. Danke, Ulrich. Pro takes a few steps forward, writing in some kind of journal. He watches Ulrich, not even needing to stare at the paper as he wrote.
And so, Ulrich stood at the entrance of the world, enthralled by its beauty.
Ach ja, der
It would
Autor.
seem that his dreams for the future were no less grand than the sight before him. With comrades in tow, they took in the sight together, an unspoken bond slowly forming.
The bond won't last much longer if you keep that up, Pro.
Ey, lass ihn! Ich finde das schön. Ich bin mein eigener Erzähler. Ich fühle mich so ein Held.
Yikes. It's not like this is my job or anything. You know I'm trying to record all the important moments.
Ja, lasst Pro in Ruhe.
You must be grasping at straws if you're writing about me, then. Focus on the seer or something. This is the start of his journey.
Oh, er ist so selbstlos.
Or maybe you could focus on this.
Huh?
We all turn to Fortame as he's holding out his hand. Inside of the cup he's formed with them rests a single crimson leaf. A breeze flows through the area, sending a chill through all of us. Immediately, we turn towards Valinor in awe of what we see. The blood leaves are falling, making their journey through the sky. Carried by the chilling wind, they find their way down to the mainland.
Wow.
So pretty.
This shouldn't be happening, right? The blood leaves don't fall at this time of year.
He's right, everyone. Normally it's too warm for them to wilt and fall. I know what this means. Valinor is starting to die.
Oh, die ganze Folge ist voller Trauer.
You mean because of the dim spirit idol?
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't think it would happen so fast. We need to hurry. If we don't do something, our home will...
Die. Ulrich steps forward and rests a hand on Valessa's shoulder.
Don't worry. We'll figure out a way to save your village. We are saving Alestia, and that includes Valinor.
Oh, danke. She nods, and we turn back to stare down at the mainland. For a moment, the falling of the blood leaves was a more beautiful sight. But was this a blessing, or perhaps a portent of bad things to come? Pro remains silent, but continues writing in his notebook. Surely this will give him enough material to keep busy for a while. I look at Valessa and Fortame, and they give me nervous smiles.
Are you ready, Seer? I guess this is where things truly begin.
Ich habe das Gefühl, dass der Opening Act gleich vorbei ist. Ja, ich bin bereit.
As a team, we can do this. I'm stronger for having you by my side.
Dito. Ulrich takes a few steps back, letting us have a moment. He knew how important this was to the three of us. It was perhaps the biggest moment of our lives.
So this is it, huh?
Yep. She lets go of the blood leaves she held in her hand. The gust of wind from behind us helps them sail down to Maseo.
Now it's our turn.
To sail down to Maseo? I noticed Fortame wipe his eyes with his forearm. Was he crying? It's probably best not to point it out, as I don't want to embarrass him. He clenches his fist and looks to the sky with closed eyes.
I wish you could be here with us. Don't worry, Mom and Dad. I'll make you proud.
Oh, Baby. Baby. Gott. Wir haben doch gerade das Gespräch geführt. He turns to us and smiles, or we can tell that the moment is over. Without saying anything, he starts walking down the outlook. From what I can see, the tail track takes us all the way to Maseo. This is it. This was the moment our journey began.
As a group, we headed down to Maseo, with our resolve peaked. In that moment, it seemed like our goal was both clear and within our grasp. However, Maseo would soon prove how wrong and naive we truly were.
Ach, Pro. Bitte bleib für immer bei mir. Oh, es geht noch weiter? Das hätte ich nicht gedacht. Aber okay. Ich dachte, es wird echt zu Ende sein. Das hätte so gut gepasst, aber okay. Hallo. The Triumvirate. So sieht man sich wieder. The Triumvirate gathered in the chambers, near the glowing idol. With a faint smile on their faces, they gazed deep into its corruption. As nobody else was in sight, they had no need to keep up appearances.
It appears that things have finally begun. Did you have your audience with the seer, Master? Yes, indeed. It went just as planned. Doubt is a very powerful weapon.
Warum schreist du so?
When wielded properly, you are right. Thankfully, we have lots of practice. Perhaps too much? Or at the very least, not enough. But we've waited longer in the past.
One of the triumvirs lowers their hood. Taking a deep breath, they sigh in relief.
So, you think this is the end?
Oh, ein Gesicht. The other triumvirs follow in turn, lowering his hood. However, the master chose not to do the same.
I suppose that rests with the seer. Let us watch and see what unfolds.
Oh, Hoodies. Maseo. Ich habe das Gefühl, Maseo wird eine richtig große Reise sein. Ein richtig neues Gebiet. Und diese Folge war schon richtig stark gefüllt mit Emotionen und Trauer und das kann ich mir nicht mehr antun. Ich gehe mal auf die Karte. Ich gehe hier nochmal zurück, speichere mal kurz. Und damit würde ich sagen, beende ich das für heute. Nächstes Mal geht's zu Maseo und ja. Ich hoffe, meine Babys bleiben alle bei mir, denn ich habe alle von ihnen lieb gewonnen. Vor allem meinen kleinen Forte. Ja, das war's dann für jetzt. Danke fürs Zugucken. Tschüss.